Let's see. Let's move on to something else sinister. Agenda 21. Agenda 21 is a way to control the planet. It is a way to control and put the birds and the fishes above human beings, and a way for you to be moved into wherever it is the government and the global government wants you to do, wants you to move. Live the life that they say. It is the light bulb thing where you can only use a certain kind of lights times 1,000. It is the ultimate power grab, and it is done on a local basis. You will find this in your own hometown. You don't believe me? Look up Agenda 21. And don't go to crazy conspiracy websites. Go to the UN and look up Agenda 21. There's a councilwoman in Broward County on Agenda 21 that was asked about it, and I want you to hear this exchange.
I just don't believe what you have to say. I don't agree with you. Agenda 21, which you profess to indicate as some kind of world takeover plan, I know you believe that, but you people also listen to Glenn Beck. So I must say that, and I don't agree with him. I mean, I have read enough about this issue to know that this is an organized, you want to talk about a national takeover? This is an organized plan by people on the far right to come to communities which promote sustainability to try and raise some red flag about Agenda 21 and the UN taking over the U.S. I just don't believe it. I know you do, and I appreciate that, and I respect your opinion.
Oh, she does?
No,
she just demeaned them all by saying, you believe this, but you also believe Glenn Beck.
That's fine. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
At least she's saying what her opinion is. I don't believe it. Fine. Do your own homework. Again,
read it.
Just Google search sustainability and who it was that came up with that. What's his name? Maurice Strong. Just look up Maurice Strong and sustainability. He's the guy who's the head of, or was one of the main architects of Agenda 21. Look it up.
Yeah,
see who he is.
You don't go to there's a lot of conspiracy stuff on that. You don't need to go to.
Don't
go
to the best websites you can find. Go to the UN. Look up Agenda 21. See what its goals are. See what the charter of Agenda 21 is. Read it. Then look at Maurice Strong. He's the guy who helped develop it. What does he believe? Who is he? Why did he come up with this? Look at it.
Yeah, and she tries to demean it further by saying, you believe in this as sort of some world takeover plan. It's not. Mm-hmm. There's not going to be aliens flying down from space to take over all the countries. It's a way to implement a left-leaning political and economic system, particularly controlling local economies through environmental regulations.
If you look at the guy who created the euro, he said about 10 years ago, and we have it on tape, he's the guy who created the euro. And he said, look, the idea is to have us all in one united kind of states and one euro, one central government in Europe. But that's not going to be able to happen because what we have to have is some sort of an economic crisis that will force the people into it. Now, he said that out in the open. He's on record saying it. Well, what do we have now? Yeah. And what do they do? What did they do yesterday? Yesterday, the people, every time they vote for the European Union, all of the countries always say, no, we don't want it. We don't want it. Yesterday, it was in European courts, and the courts decided the unelected technocrats, which means the guys who are just like Cass Sunstein, prime ministers are being replaced with just unelected technocrats. Just get the job done. It's everything we talked about from Woodrow Wilson, really. The courts just said, yep, that can happen, and sovereignty really doesn't matter that much. This is more important that we have the European Union and strengthen the European Union and disenfranchise the people. So if you don't think it can happen, well, it already is happening in a different way with the euro. It's a hostile takeover. And these people, I don't know anything about this, what's her name, this councilwoman in Broward County. I don't really care. All I'm saying is, don't believe me. Why should you believe me? Do your own homework.
Yeah, and you've done a lot of work on, talked about Agenda 21, so it's possible they did view it. But the information's out there. And, as far as my understanding is, It's not a global takeover by any means. It's an attempt to get local people on a local level to buy into the UN's goals for things they can't do by takeover.
Right.
It's to make local governments go to some councilwoman in Broward County and say, "Hey, don't you love clean water? You should pass this." Mm-hmm. Well, but it's all about local people should be able to make their own decisions. And
they are.
And they're making the wrong ones. That's what these people are trying to say.
City after city are starting to repeal these things because the citizens are finding out, and then they're going to their city councils and they're saying, what are you doing? What is this? Here's the evidence. I don't remember what it is. Like 67 cities or something in the last year have repealed all of their sustainability and all of their Agenda 21 stuff. And most cities just did it because they didn't know. And they're like, okay, well, that's kind of a good thing.
Sounds good. That's the whole point of it. Yeah.
It sounds good. But when you look into it, and again, do not go to conspiracy websites. Don't take it from me. Mm-mm. Don't go to a conspiracy website. Go to the UN. Look up Maurice Strong. Do your own homework. By the way, if you are on the front lines of Agenda 21, how are we going to help you in, 2 months, Stu?
Yeah, I guess it is that close, yeah.
Yeah. I love this because as we've been working on something for a while, I've been reading about Agenda 21, and I see that I'm not the Agenda 21, the anti-Agenda 21 people hate me. Glenn Beck, he's part of that Agenda 21 thing. Whatever, conspiracy guy. I believe Agenda 21 is evil. I'm just not in any cabal or conspiracy. And some of us keep our head down and work. You want people to know about Agenda 21? Oh, we're about to help you in a big, big, big way in about 2 months. Okay.
I don't want your help because you're part of the Trilateral Commission and the Bilderbergers.
I know.
Not to mention the Whataburgers, the bacon cheeseburgers.
Oh, they're great. Okay.